Hi and welcome to Cheekyricho Cooking's Ninja Foodi chicken and corn soup. It's the Chinese version, absolutely delicious, great way to use up leftover chicken pieces. I've showed you how to make a roast chicken in this Ninja Foodi before, and this is what we've got left over. Just remove all the bones and leave the skin there, it doesn't matter. Don't be too miserable with this. You're cooking this for flavour, not for profit. And we've got 1 onion. So into the Ninja Foodi, which is presently on the saute function, we are going to add a bit of sesame oil. Now, don't be frightened of sesame oil. I used to think that you only used a couple of drops and it was so strong and that sort of stuff. It's a great frying medium as well into our Ninja Foodi. So we're going to pop that little sesame oil in. That's going to add flavour as well. Adjusting with our onion now. We don't want that raw. We want to get a little bit of softness about that. It's not sizzling yet because it's not hot, but it is on. Got a couple of cloves of garlic here. I've got this little garlic cutting dude that does all. It's a garlic centre or something, and it will grate it, cut it, slice it. You just press it through like that. Put the next one on. Cut it finer if you like, but you don't need to. And then it's very, very simple to clean. You just remove this top thing off, and that will lift all the garlic off and make it very simple to clean. See? And when you've got the garlic already taken out, you just drag this little drawer out, and there it is. Rinse this off straight away. You don't want it to dry on, otherwise it will be less easy to clean. How quick was that? You know, making your wooden chopping board smell like garlic, and everything you cut off for the next 3 weeks smell like it too. Why should you put it all back together again so that you don't lose any little parts? You wouldn't believe the lovely amount of flavour that this sesame oil is imparting. We're going to throw our chicken in now. It's already cooked, don't worry about that. And this is when it starts to get really fast. Toss it all around in with our garlic. Now we don't want this to burn, so just keep it moving. We're going to give this a splash of some Chinese rice wine, Shaoxing rice wine. If you don't have any Chinese cooking wine, you could use a bit of sherry, or leave it out completely if that's your preference. A splash of some dark soy sauce for flavour. Now I've cut the spring onions for serving on the diagonal. The reason I do that, not to get all chefy on you, is they don't roll anywhere, okay? So while you're cutting them, stay where they are, they don't fly all over your kitchen, and they do add a little bit of textural interest at the very end. Okay, that's pretty happy now. Now you don't want to fry these onions, you just want to soften them a little bit. Now, if you have homemade cooked chicken stock, all the better. If you don't, use a commercial one, which is what I'm doing now because I've been doing a bit of cooking lately and I don't actually have any new chicken stock, so that's just going in. I've got a litre there. Keep it cooking on high. Our can of corn can go in now. Just cream corn. I've got fresh corn here. I'm not going to waste that on this. Fresh corn's gorgeous to eat off the cob, and I'll be chopping it all up for this soup anyway. You can add a few full kernels if you want to, if that's your preference, but this is quite an economical dish. If you've got a little bit of chicken laying around and an onion, a couple of eggs, you've got a pretty handy feed. Bring that back to the boil. Not long now, folks. Okay, we're nearly there. Just while that's coming to the boil all over, we're just going to wazzy up 4 fresh eggs here. We want them sort of mixed, but not completely. We don't want them aerated as if it was an omelette. But when we go to stir this in, we want long strands of egg. We don't want big blobs of them, so make sure you break up the white significantly. There you go. And just put that to one side. We're going to turn it off and add this because we don't want these to go all stringy, and the heat of the boiling stock will actually cook the egg. Nearly there. Now of course you don't have to use the Foodi if you don't want to, but I am, because you can then keep it warm for when you're ready to eat. We're going to serve a little Chinese bowl with some gorgeous little porcelain Chinese spoons and some of our spring onions just thrown at the last minute. Okay. Fair bit of steam coming off that now. Just turn it off. The residual heat will keep cooking a little while longer, but everything there is essentially cooked now. The eggs go in and we just stir it while we pour those in gently. Now if you've ever paid about $8 for a tiny little bowl of this soup, I think you'll have to agree that this makes a heck of a lot of it, and it's very economical. It's already switched off, it's already lovely and hot. Spring onions in now, hold a few back just for garnish, and it's ready to serve. I hope you enjoyed this little cooking demonstration of Cheekyricho Cooking's chicken and corn Chinese soup. If you'd like to see more interesting recipes and ideas, just check out our Cheekyricho Cooking channel. And don't forget to please subscribe, and do come back and visit us again soon. We have so much more to show you, and we're uploading lots of videos. This is warm, rich, hearty, budget friendly, and it makes well in excess of 1.5 litres. And that bowl there is a meal in itself. A couple of little spring onions on top, fresh. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, you can use a ham bone and make a ham and corn soup, exactly the same. Just use your leftover bits of ham off your Christmas ham. You can also use crab if you've got leftover crab meat, and that's crab and corn soup. It's a pretty reliable standby. Everybody loves it. You'll even get the kids to eat a few vegetables as well. Thanks for watching. Okay, have a little taste, shall we? The corn actually thickens it a little bit, as does the eggs, and you've got lots of big chunks of chicken in there. Okay, don't cut the chicken up too fine. You want some nice big chunks in there. You can see the eggs gone like strands all the way through it. I think they might call it egg drop soup as well, but essentially I'm using the Foodi because one, it keeps it hot. It's a great big pot. You can make the whole thing in the one pot, and it'll keep it warm until you're ready to eat it. It tastes gorgeous.